I'm an asshole for locking my bedroom door at night to keep my dad's girlfriend's kid out. My dad moved his girlfriend and her son, 5, in with us in October. I, 15, guess my dad's girlfriend had hyped her son up to have a brother, and he's been clingy with me since they moved in. When I'm home, he's following me around and wanting me to play with him. He tries to get inside my room whether I'm there or not. Sometimes I'll get home from a friend's house and he's bouncing in my bed and then he'll try to jump on me. He'll ask for me piggyback rides whether we're home or if we're out on family trips with my dad and his mom. His mom complains when I said no, and then Dad will tell me I could carry him around for a while, and why can't I give the kid what he wants? I hate it, but it's worse at night. The kid sleepwalks some nights, and other nights he wakes up and he just can't fall back asleep. Before, when he'd wake up, he'd come into my room, and I'd send him away. It made his mom angry because he'd go back to his room for ages, and then go to her, and by then it would be almost time to get up. She told me I'm supposed to do better for my little brother, and I asked her, "What little brother? I'm an only child." She said I knew who she was talking about and whether I'm happy about it or not. And clearly I'm not. I'm no longer an only child. I told her just because she thinks that doesn't mean I do. She told me he's my brother, and I told her if her and Dad break up, I'll never have to see her kid again. My dad and her broke up for like a week after I said that, but they stayed while she looked for a place, and then she took Dad back, and she didn't move out with her son. The night stuff got so annoying that I started locking my door. It even saved me from him sleepwalking into my room. He didn't tell his mom at first, but the other night he was crying so hard and she asked why he was upset, and he said I locked my door and he didn't think I liked him and he wanted me to go back to being his brother. I heard him talk to her, but I pretend I was still asleep. When I got up a few hours later, Dad and his girlfriend were waiting, and they flipped out on me for locking my door at night. I said I didn't want to be woke up, and his girlfriend was yelling at me and said I broke her son's heart. I told her I didn't care, and I didn't want to deal with her kid in the middle of the night. She said I broke her and Dad up once over this. And I won't do it again. Dad told me not to lock my door, but I did the next night anyway. She wants Dad to take the handle off my door, so I can't lock it anymore, but it's too much effort for him. She told me I was being a brat, and said how cruel could I'm being. They're talking about breaking up, and she's putting in on me for locking the door and refusing to be a brother to her son. She said keeping him out like this is happening way too much, and it's mean to a little kid. So am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for asking my husband to stop funding my mother-in-law and sister-in-law's lifestyle? My husband, 38 male, and I, 36 female, have been married for 6 years now. My pay was always been double his, so I've been taking care of most of the household expenses, like rent, insurance, and utilities, while he handles the groceries. I've asked him multiple times for the past few years about having a baby and buying a house, but he's always made excuses, saying we don't have enough money for either. So I've been saving as much as I can and putting in extra effort at work to earn more. Recently, I found out that he's been buying a house for his sister, 36 female, not married, and paying the mortgage on it for the past couple of years. On top of that, he's been funding their lifestyle and trips, even so his sister has a good salary and is working. I feel hurt because he lied to me about our financial situation. He made me believe that he couldn't help us build a life together, while I've been managing everything. Our expenses, trips, and even saving for a future home. I asked him to stop sending money to his sister, but he refuses to stop paying the mortgage. What should I do? And we have an edit. We had a huge fight when I accidentally found out that he's earning way more than what he told me, and I even asked for a divorce. He started crying and saying he was embarrassed to tell me the truth. Apparently, his father doesn't have any money and they've never owned a house. He wanted to buy a home for his mom. His sister took out the home loan and so the house is under her name, even so he's been paying the mortgage. I don't understand why he would find this so embarrassing to hide it from me, his wife. He said he'll start saving for our future home, but he insists on continuing to pay the mortgage because he doesn't want to burden his sister. By the way, his sister isn't married and is living with my mother-in-law in the house he bought. We have separate accounts, and so it was easy for him to lie about his salary and how much he could pitch in.